Let's go to the phones, though. Nick's on the line next with something to tell us about this weekend. Hello, Nick.
Hello, Jim. Oh, goodness me, I tell you what, there's been the most incredible collision of serendipity this morning.
Right.
I don't think you've got any idea. When you phoned me back, I was just driving across. I was flying across the river down through Stockwell in my Starship, which is actually now last train to Transcentral. And do you remember a band called the KLF?
Yes, I do.
Right. Well, do you know what their first ever single was?
3 a.m. Eternal?
No, mate, you're behind the times. No, the first ever single the KLF did was a mashup of ABBA's Dancing Queen.
Oh, you're right.
And
You're right.
they got so hammered for copyright, they jumped in their car, drove to Stockholm to go and see ABBA, not realising they actually lived in a mansion in Berkshire, so they had to dump all the records, and but the thing is, I've now pulled up in my Starship is being rebranded the last train to Transcentral this year. I'm covering it in black vinyl. Anyway, the bottom line is I've just pulled up to have this conversation with you outside St Anne's Catholic Primary School in Stockwell,
right?
Which is a school that I'm launching a massive railway project with, and it's just round the corner from where the KLF had their squat, which was Transcentral. And this summer, believe it or not, we're doing a tribute act with the KLF where kids and their parents are going to dress up in KLF costumes and mime to KLF songs, not unlike your other thing. I just can't believe it. Anyway,
amazing. The universe has a way of conspiring to make these things happen, Nick, I'm sure of it.
Why did you phone me? I can't remember.
Well, we're talking about your this is the Brockwell Bounce Community Festival in Brockwell Park.
Are you old enough to remember the Magic Roundabout then?
Of course.
Do you remember Zebedee used to say, boing, time for bed? Well,
yes.
Today it's boing, time to get up because it's Brockwell Bounce Day.
I love it. Excellent.
It's basically what it is. I'm getting out of my van here because I just can't believe it. I'm outside this school. I'm going to video this. This is going to be a moment of my life. I've got a KLF logo on the back of my trailer. I'm outside St Anne's Primary School, and basically we are so excited because today Brockwell Bounce is a free community festival for the whole community, not just Lambeth and Stockwell, Brockwell, Brixton. The whole of London is invited down to Brockwell Park today. We've arranged a bit of blue sky and sun, and it's a whole day, afternoon, 12 till 6, creative activities. As you might know, I'm one of the BBC's 100 Londoners for making a difference.
Indeed you are, sir.
I ran a non-profit called Steam Co to inspire kids to be creative, to work with their communities, to have great creativity days. We're going to be doing a thing called... You weren't thinking of getting a word in edgeways on this, by the way, were you, Jim?
I'm listening intently. Go on, tell us more. What else is happening today?
So basically, we're doing a thing called Our Rocket Kids on Planet Disco. We're going to be making and firing paper rockets to inspire our kids to aim higher than my Hi-Vis, which when you see my Hi-Vis covered in sequins, you'll be wanting one. And also doing all this to banging disco music, designing and printing T-shirts. And at 3 o'clock, we're launching a dynamite rocket. But at 1 o'clock, hold on to your swivel chair. Okay. We are launching the world's biggest model railway in collaboration with St Anne's Catholic Primary School. I don't know if you know, but it's the 200th anniversary of the railways this year. And basically, the Stockton-Darlington Railway, 27th of September, is having a big thing. And what we're doing is we're travelling all over the country, getting communities, schools, families, businesses to make a little bit of a model railway in a box file. We send them the box file with a bit of railway track in it, made in a little company down in Devon. Yeah. And they have to make their own model railway, bring them up to Darlington in September, or send them to us. We're going to plug them together, and we're going to build the world's biggest model railway. And just to make the point, today I've got the world's smallest model railway exhibition on the tabletop. I'm a bit of a model railway nutcase. Excellent. But don't ever call me the Rocket Man, because that's the OG Rocket Man Elton John's job, isn't it?
I love this. I love this, Nick. This is great. So, what's the entrance fee?
There's no fee. It's completely free. Wow. At Brockwell Park, they've had a couple of festival weekends, different concerts. Been a bit of controversy about that, I heard on the paper the other day. But at the end of the day, this is all about giving back, making a difference. It's a free community day for the whole family. Everything's free.
Perfect timing.
Everything's well priced.
With half term ongoing, families will be looking for something to do today, which they can do now for free by coming along to you and getting involved in this. Can anybody sort of get involved in the building of this biggest model railway?
Well, anybody can. We're just asking people to come along, get some information, sign up, and then we'll send them the box with the little bit of track running through it. We did try and get grant funding from the Great Western Railway, GWR, God's Wonderful Railway, but we got kicked back on that, so we have to have a whip round for the money. But do me a favour, if Eddie Nestor's listening, tell him to throw a sickie, and to come down to Brockwell Park and get live, get down with his community.
He's already off today, I'm afraid. Otherwise, otherwise he'd have been diverting and bringing his show down to join you, Nick. I think that would have been brilliant.
Thanks so much for calling in. It's making a difference. With nothing, community groups like mine are nothing without BBC Local Radio all over the country, amplifying our work. So thanks so much. Keep up the great work.
All power to you, Nick. Right, back on board the train. Woo, woo. Off he goes in the last train to Trans Central. I love that connection to ABBA as well. I'd forgotten that montage, that medley. I haven't heard that for years. I haven't heard anything by KLF for years, to be honest, but I was a huge fan many years ago.